Hi everyone, it's me Giovanni, and I didn't know what to talk about today, just now. But you know what? Why don't I just talk about, Five Nights at Freddy's again? 12 man's, interpretation of the Fnaf VHS tapes. Now, I have watched them before about 3 to 4 times. Maybe even 5. I can't remember. But what I do know is that they absolutely scared the living shit out of me. They weren't scary, jump scary, nothing like that. It was scary, disturbing, and disgusting, but also devastating because of the children dying, crying and screaming in pain. It absolutely disgusted me. It was horrifying. And I applaud 12 Man for adapting William Afton's character into something much more horrifying. Now, so 12 Man explained to James on Live about how 12 Man is gonna release part 2 in late 2025 because he's too broke to get a new PC to finish part 2. And I completely get it. But at the same time, you've done such amazing work. It's absolutely amazing, and I'm pretty sure no one else has ever done that before. And I applaud you for having such amazing skills. Like motion capture, realistic visuals, horrifying, disturbing imagery, suspenseful scenes, and metaphorical pain, like emotional pain. It's horrifying, and I love it. But at the same time, I hate it. Now, William Afton is responsible for both the poisoning by having the tapeworms in the damn pizza, feeding it to children, and having those children die from said tapeworms. But also, he was responsible for that horrendous deep frying scene. It's disgusting. I'm pretty sure that the canon William would never do such things to children. Sure, murder is still wrong, but there are certain paths or lines that people don't cross. And those are one of them. Deep frying children and having children eat food contaminated with tapeworm eggs, and having said children slowly, painfully, emotionally painfully die in the hospital. There was something that I wanted to touch on, and I have said about this multiple times before, that people just needed to leave Cassidy and Golden Freddy alone, because there are so many theories about Cassidy and Golden Freddy that it's almost ridiculous and redundant at this point, because some of them are absolutely stupid and don't even make sense to me. Like, why? Just why? Sometimes I even feel bad for Cassidy. I mean, come on. She has never actually had a physical appearance in the games. Neither are the other missing children aside from Susie. Never giving an exact age, birthday, year of birth, or how she actually died. Well, the most likely option is being spring-locked, and I can absolutely agree with that. This is what I have about Cassidy, or at least my interpretation of the character, Cassidy Miller Jones. Yep, I decided to give this character, who doesn't have an actual physical appearance, or has never been actually mentioned in the games, to have a full name. I decided to give Cassidy the full name treatment. Cassidy is the name of the fifth missing child, who is described to be a girl with long black hair, in the fourth closet. She possesses Golden Freddy in the games, but Bonnie in the books. She's like... Oh, She's likely born during the late 1970s. Despite the Telber files being an absolute hoax and non-canon to Fnaf, obviously, Cassidy has named parents. Her mother's name is Marianne, and her father's name is Emmett. When Cassidy was 5 years old, in December of 1983, her mother was found dead in the backyard, disembodied, or dismembered. Cassidy goes by many, many last names throughout the fandom: Andrews, Brooks, Jones, Miller, Tucker, Talbert, Johnson, and Smith. I personally like Cassidy with the last name Jones or Johnson due to Casey Jones from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles apparently not being referred to as CJ. You know, Casey Jones, CJ, right? Unlike what most people think about her character, being extremely vengeful to William Afton, which would cause her to attach herself onto him and torture him until he dies, in reality, Cassidy was nice to William and remembers him quite well. And Cassidy is not the vengeful spirit or the one you shouldn't have killed. She is also not Shadow Freddy, which I'm not sure how the hell someone came up with that. In fan art, Cassidy is seen with her hair in pigtails and wearing a yellow turtleneck and pinafore, black or blue. Her fan appearance is similar to Mary Schmidt from Five Nights at Candy's, which I'm just going to be salty about, similar to Charlotte Emily's appearance as a child, because their outfits are so similar, especially especially due to silhouettes and, like, for example, Cassidy having pigtails similar to Mary, and Mary and Charlotte having the same color of shirt and pinafore. But except Cassidy is wearing a yellow turtleneck, not green. Cassidy was killed by William Afton, stabbed to death, decapitated, not confirmed, or being spring-locked, also not confirmed. Golden Freddy is most likely an apparition, a ghostly entity, but Golden Freddy does physically exist, as it was originally a Fredbear Springlock suit. It was in suit mode, so it couldn't physically move. Due to agony, Golden Freddy was able to teleport and shapeshift. Golden Freddy is theorized to be in the kitchen, at least off screen. And the 12-man Fnaf VHS tapes, before the reboot, Cassidy was seen going into the kitchen. Lovely. She had green eyes, and her last name was Johnson. In the reboot version of the 12-man Fnaf VHS tapes, William kills the little girl named Madeline, by cutting her limbs off and deep frying her body into nuggets. Disgusting. However, Cassidy is actually mentioned when William talks to his friend Carl, telling him to get rid of any evidence they may have left by dumping them into acid tanks that Carl has in his basement. How convenient. But William also does some damage control by saying to dump Cassidy into the acid tanks as well as the client. And the client is also female. From what William says, dump her as well. Yikes. So, You know, it's similar to what I said about Donald Trump becoming president again, and since that has already passed, I don't care what's going to happen in 2025. I mean, the world and people in the world are already fucked up as it is. And I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that people are still freaking out about Donald Trump being president for whatever reason. I'm just glad that I do not have TikTok anymore. Especially since it's not on the fucking Google Play Store. Okay? Okay, good. I'm just glad about that. Because TikTok was just tiring me to death. Really. It really was. I'm still going to be busy with some stuff that I have on my phone. I'll be fine. I'm just not sure what to do next. At least what I might plan to do when I'm finished with whatever else I'm doing. Bye.